Peace, Royal Family, and thank you all for tuning in. I am your King and Royal Majesty, Pharaoh Mitzrayim, the only historian and the voice of truth. And today we will speak on the subject, all modern ancient history is fake. Black Americans are not Israelites or Africans. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to this channel, comment, like the video, and share the video. Thank you. Now, I want to first state that this video is very important because in this video, everything changes for me. I no longer follow the false teachings I used to follow, but I am now fully awakened to the truth, and I am now fully against the lies. And that is why I am here to wake you up to the truth and turn you against the lies. Because I am here to tell you, you are your own worst enemy. You have been lying to yourself, and you have taken yourself out of history, Black Americans. And now, I also want to make a disclaimer. And that disclaimer is, myself and we at this channel, we do not support and we are against mainstream racist, white supremacist scholars, experts, and other pseudo-historians. Because it is these mainstream scholars, experts, and other pseudo-Negro historians who have been lying to our people since day one. And excuse me if I'm not an ally with them, but I am against them. And that is why I'm encouraging you to reject them, do not support them, starve them out, make them get a job, and do not reward them and pay them to lie to you. Okay? But bring your support over here to this channel where you will get the truth. And now, who are these pseudo-Negro historians? These pseudo-Negro historians are those who are telling you or teaching you that you are African Israelites and Moors. But as the only historian, I'm telling you that in the ancient texts, these Africans, Israelites, and Moors did not apply to the ancient ancestors of Black Americans and Black Africans who lived in the southern interior of what is known today as Africa. Yes, African, Moor, and Israelite did not apply to the ancient Black ancestors of Black Americans and Black Africans. Now, back to the subject. Why is modern ancient history fake? Because the fake modern ancient history is made up, imagined, and written in English by the dishonest modern day man. And fake modern day history is not translated from the ancient texts. Okay? And that's what fake modern ancient history is. Okay? It is made up, imagined, written in English, and not translated from the ancient text by the dishonest modern man who tries to pretend that he was there 3,000 years ago and was not there. That is your fake, made-up modern history, and that is the history you must reject and you must let go. Now, what are some examples of this fake modern ancient history? Example is DNA studies. DNA studies that speaks of a 10,000-year-old migration, but the DNA study was written less than 100 years ago in the 1900s. That is fake modern ancient history. What are some more examples? Articles in English textbooks that speaks on ancient history and it is written in English and not translated from the ancient text. That is your fake modern ancient history. That is the history you must reject and you must let go. Now, What is real history? Real history is the history that is translated from the ancient text into history that is contemporary with the time, in the history that is coming from someone who lived during the time and heard with his own ears and saw with his own eyes the eyewitness events that took place during his time and wrote it down in the ancient text, and it later became translated to us in English. That is the real history. That is the history I accept. That is the history I follow. And that is the history I teach. And that is the history I encourage you to accept and support those who teach that history. That is the real history. Now, in conclusion, for those of you who have been following me, know that I have been telling you for the longest, you must reject and let go of this fake, modern, ancient history, because we do not need it, okay? But now I am telling you, you must reject and you must let go of this fake, modern, ancient history, because it is a made-up lie. Yes, it is a big made-up lie, and it is as false as it gets. And that is why I am telling you, you must let it go, okay? And that is why I am here to tell you that your worst enemy is the enemy within you, okay? The biggest lie is the lie that you're telling yourself. And I am here so that you won't have to go your entire life believing a lie without someone there telling you that you're living a lie. And I am that someone that's telling you you are living a lie. And you must wake up to the truth, okay? And I will soon do a video exposing the lies of these false titles such as Israelite, African, and more. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to show sources. It's going to be a long video, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, with that said, this is your brother Pharaoh Mitzrayim signing out saying, until next time, Egypt stays in Egypt. The Egyptians stay black. Peace. All praise to Amun-Ra. Black Americans are not Israelites, Africans, Moors, or Native American Pretendians. But we are the black people. Black people, wake up. Wake up. Peace. I'm out. Hotel.